So let's talk about it. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with being heartbroken over, you know, the promises God has made you, and it's not looking like what you thought it would look like, or it's taking longer than what you expected it to take, or the process is not what you expected. Don't get me wrong. It is absolutely nothing wrong with being brokenhearted or broken or, confused or, just going through emotions. As long as those emotions and that brokenness is bringing you closer to God and not farther away from his presence. God wants us to remain brokenhearted. And what I mean by that is in a place of always needing him, in a place of reliance on him for all of our emotional needs, physical, emotional, mental. God wants us to be reliant on him for these things. So there's nothing wrong with you being broken over it and needing to constantly rely on God, as long as that's how you are going about the situation. We all human. God knows we human. God knows that we have emotions. He knows that our flesh can take us on emotional roller coasters from time to time, and he is there at all times when we need him. That's where he wants us, right? So as long as we not being a fiend about the promises of God. Now, this is what I mean by that. So when I say as long as you're not being a fiend about the promises of God, I mean, think about it. How does a fiend act? A fiend does not care about losing relationships, no matter what the bond, no matter what the situation or circumstance. They don't care about they will lose any relationship. They will give up any and everything for the next high. So that's how it can get when you make the promises of God an idol. You don't care about losing the relationship with God. You will risk it all. You will risk your relationship with God. You will risk your bond with God for the next high of that next promise, or the high of the promise that God has given, because you acting like a fiend over it. You get what I'm saying? And please don't take that the wrong way. I hope nobody takes that the wrong way, but that's how it can get. You have to keep those emotions in check. And as far as making sure you are reliant on God to get you through those emotions, to see you through, you have to stay surrendering whatever it is. So even if it's not a promise God gave you, even if it's something, a desire of your heart that you really want God to, fulfill that desire, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you can put that desire on a pedestal, that if God was to say, no, that's not what I have for you, or no, that's not the direction, your destiny is aligned with, how you going about it? Are you surrendering that desire? Are you surrendering that promise? You have to continuously surrender it to God. I'm not telling nobody you have to be a robot, and because surrendering to God doesn't always come natural. It didn't always come natural for me to say, you know what, God, whether this thing happens or don't, I'm still with you. I don't care, but that comes with a relationship with God, because once you understand how faithful God is, once you understand and and you've been rocking with God, you've been walking with God, and he's been getting you through everything, and he has never failed you, he has never left you, he has never forsaken you, you will then begin to reciprocate that. You will want to reciprocate that unconditional love that God had for you when you didn't have nothing to offer. When the fact that you still don't have nothing to offer God, and he's still faithful. When you have that relationship with God, then it will become natural that you will say, okay, Lord, if you do it or if you don't do it, I'm here. If you do it or if you don't do it, what do you need from me? If you do it or if you don't do it, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not moving. I'm still here at your feet. I'm still here holding on. I'm still here hanging on to the hem of your garment. I'm still here. You get what I'm saying? So at that point, it will come natural once you have built that relationship with God and you understand how faithful he is. You won't be so quick to mess up that bond. You won't be so quick to tear through that and destroy it over a desire or over a promise that God could fulfill 10 times over if he wants to. If that's what he has for you, he has the best for you. Sometimes we have to just come to the understanding and realization what we want for ourselves is sometimes not the best for us. We don't have that foreknowledge of knowing what's best for us in the long run. What's best for us, given all the circumstances, all of the situation, knowing all the pieces to the puzzle at the end, we don't know what's going to be best for us in the long haul of what's up ahead. Sometimes what we desire for ourselves is not necessary for where we are supposed to be. It'll cause unnecessary heartache, unnecessary trauma, troubles, tribulation. That's not even necessary. We're going to go through trouble and tribulations off top. We don't need the unnecessary ones. Trust me, we don't want the unnecessary trials, trauma, and tribulation. Because we're going to have to go through that anyway. I want to go through what I need to go through that's going to build my character and build my faith. That's the only ones I want to go through. I don't want to go through nothing unnecessary. So that's why it's so important to, back on track, surrender, constantly surrendering whatever it is. If you got to shake and rock and cry on your bed until you can, to help you surrender, you have to constantly surrender those feelings, surrender those that brokenheartedness, surrender that impatience. Talk to God. Let him know how you feel. Tell him how you feel and tell him how you're brokenhearted over this thing. You're brokenhearted at how long it's taking. You're brokenhearted at the fact that it's not unfolding the way you imagined it unfolding. Tell him how your feelings hurt. Tell him about those desires and how, Lord, this is the desires of my heart. This is what I want. But Father, if it's not of you, please remove it. Please remove this pain. And he may let you go through it for a season. He may let you go through it for a while because it's for the building of your character. Always. It's for the building and the perfecting of your faith. Always. We're going to always be tested on our loyalty. We're going to always be tested on how far will you go? How far can you be pushed and still be faithful? Your faithfulness will always be tested. Your loyalty is going to always be tested. God wants to see, if I don't do, will you still stand for me? If I don't do, is it just the blessing you want? Is it just the promises you want? Or are you truly in this relationship for me? I always get back to how you would want people to operate in your own personal relationships. If you want to see if somebody is in that relationship truly for you, or if they want what you can give them, if they want what you have to offer, right? And you might put them through little tests yourself. What makes you think God is not doing the same? So just continuously surrender. Again, there's nothing wrong with being broken over things not unfolding how you expected or how you wanted, or it's taking longer than expected. Nothing wrong with that, as long as it is bringing you closer to God and not farther away. As long as you're not risking throwing away your relationship or forsaking your relationship with God for it to chase that high and make it happen on your own and do your own thing because you just fed up and you tired and you done with it. So just wanted to clear that up, and hopefully that helps. Y'all know what it is. Y'all will know where I'll catch y'all next time.